మా స్కూల్ సైన్స్ ఫేర్ కు లిమ్కా బుక్ ఆఫ్ రికార్డ్ సాధించింది.
నా పెద్ద మనవరాల్ని అన్ని వసతులతో క్వాలిటీ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ అందిస్తున్న స్కూల్లోనే జాయిన్ చేశాను.
ఏ స్కూల్ సార్ అది?
ఉల్లంపర్రు మాంటిసరీ స్కూల్. క్వాలిటీ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ లో నెంబర్ 1, కల్చరల్ యాక్టివిటీస్ లో నెంబర్ 1, స్పోర్ట్స్ లో నెంబర్ 1, క్యాంపస్ లో నెంబర్ 1.
చదువులో, తెలివితేటల్లో, ఆలోచన విధానంలో, నాయకత్వ లక్షణాల్లో వారు ఏ రంగంలో ముందున్నారో గుర్తించి విజేతలుగా నిలపడమే ఉల్లంపర్రు మాంటిసోరీస్ ప్రత్యేకత. పాలకొల్లు పట్టణంలో ఉన్నత విద్యతో పాటు భవిష్యత్తులో బాగా సెటిల్ అవుతున్న వారిలో అత్యధికులు ఉల్లంపర్రు మాంటిసోరీస్ విద్యార్థులే.
ఇలా అన్ని ఉన్న చోట మన పిల్లల్ని చదివిస్తేనే వాళ్ళకి మంచి భవిష్యత్తు ఉంటుంది.
ఇక నుండి ఏ పిఆర్ఓ చెప్పినా వినను. ఉల్లంపర్రు మాంటిసోరీస్ లోనే చదివిస్తాను.
మీ పిల్లల బంగారు భవిష్యత్తుకు మాది బాధ్యత.
అడ్మిషన్ల కొరకు సంప్రదించండి మాంటిసోరీస్ విద్యా సంస్థలు ఉల్లంపర్రు. ఫోన్ 222206. బ్రాంచెస్ రామారావుపేట. ఫోన్ 224200. కొడిగట్టు. ఫోన్ 228800.
Good morning children. I am Ratnadeepa, one of the English faculties of Montessori's. Today I am going to explain you some important comprehensions from A reading, Attitude is Altitude. In the previous class we have discussed about B section grammar, and today we are going to cover A section 30 marks, and specially the first lesson from the first unit, Attitude is Altitude. So the first unit is personality development. From personality development you are having 3 sections: A reading, B reading and C reading. So from it, A reading, Attitude is Altitude. So coming to personality development, what is personality development? Personality means not only the physical appearance but also along with the mental stature is called personality. So this is the right age to know how to develop your personality, not only physically but also mentally. So the first unit is personality development and A reading is Attitude is Altitude. So what is attitude? The way how you talk, the way how you think, the way how you move and you perform things and you plan things comes under attitude. So how this attitude helps you in your life? So everybody wants success in life. So how best you can plan yourself? How if you plan your, if you train your attitude, if you behave properly, if you plan properly, then surely you can just reach to good heights. That is nothing but the altitude. So altitude is nothing but the height. So attitude is your behavior, your planning and everything comes under it. And if you have all these right things in a right manner, surely one will reach his goal. So that is the meaning of this lesson. So through this lesson, we are going to see a wonderful personality, Nick Vujicic. So this Nick Vujicic is a torso by birth itself. He was born without having limbs, but still with great determination and courage and perseverance in his life, he attained his life and finally reached his target of motivating some millions of people around the world. So how what kind of difficulties he faced in his life, how he got trained, who helped him in his life, and what was the inspiration for him to make all these activities and to stand just like a role model in the world. All these things are going to be discussed. So on a whole, the whole lesson is divided into some important comprehensions, and pinpoint for the exam I am going to explain you each and every paragraph thoroughly, and next comes the comprehension. Now let us go through the lesson and read one comprehension and answer the questions given below. Okay? So now I am reading the paragraph aloud. You please open your textbooks if you have with you and just follow the textbook line by line, and hold a pencil also and underline all the important points which we are going to discuss today. Okay? So I am reading the first paragraph, children. Please follow it carefully. Attitude is altitude. Imagine having no arms to stretch in the morning to help you scratch that itch, to allow you to wrap your arms around your loved ones. Imagine having no arms to kick pebbles down the street, to walk or run, to bicycle or skateboard, or get you from point A to B. So here you are asked to imagine once the position of not having your limbs. So limbs means both hands and legs, both together are called limbs. So imagine having no arms to stretch in the morning. Generally when you get up in the morning, you stretch your hands to come out of your bed, isn't it? So once when you get up in the morning, imagine yourself not having your hands to stretch in the early morning yourself to come out of the bed. And it was very horrible to think that we don't have hands in the early morning to stretch ourselves in the morning, isn't it? So in the same manner, if you have some itch on the body, you need your arms to help you to scratch the itch. And if you don't have your arms, how shall you satisfy your itch? Isn't it? How you scratch your itch? So in the same manner, imagine yourself once, if you don't have arms, you can't perform all these activities. That means you can't stretch yourself on the bed, and you can't scratch your itch, and you can't even hug your loved ones when they come closer to you. So in the same manner, when you walk on the streets, children generally they kick the pebbles. Pebbles means the small stones on the road. Generally they kick the pebbles down the road, and we use our limbs to perform all these kind of activities. So imagine yourself once not having both hands and legs together at a time. So it was really very horrible to think not having limbs to perform all these activities. So maybe you have never heard this kind of story ever. So here is a boy who was born just a torso, and he was born just like a torso. Right from his birth, he doesn't have both his hands and legs. And now we are going to discuss the different things what had happened in his life. Okay, so imagine both at once, which is what Nick Vujicic has faced his whole life. Have you heard something like this before? Okay, Nick Vujicic was born with no arms and legs, but he doesn't let the details stop him. So today we are going to discuss about Nick Vujicic, who was born without arms and legs. So those who are born without arms and legs are called as torsos. Torso, T-O-R-S-O. So he was just born as a torso without having both hands and legs. Okay, but he does not let the details stop him. Details are nothing but the obstacles in his life. Of course, not having both hands and legs, he did not end his life there itself. Okay, so the brave 26 years old, who is mainly a torso, plays football and golf, swims and surfs despite having no limbs. So what is speciality of this Nick Vujicic? Of course, being a torso, he performs all the activities in his life just like the ordinary people. So being a torso, it was really very wonderful to know that he plays a football and also golf, swims and surfs. Not only playing football and golf, at the same time even he can swim and surf also. So swimming and surfing is not an ordinary sport. So but Nick Vujicic, being a torso, he performs all these wonderful things. And now let us see how he does all these activities despite being limbed. Okay, so Nick has a small foot on his left hip. This is a very important paragraph to be noted, children. Please underline the textbook if you have with you. Okay, Nick has a small foot on his left hip, which helps him balance and enables him to kick. Okay, he uses his one foot to write with a pen and pick things up between his toes. So already we come to know that Nick is a torso. That means he doesn't have both arms and legs. But how does he perform all these things? There should be something else. Otherwise, it is really impossible for a person who doesn't have both hands and legs, isn't it? But being a torso, he has performed all these things. He played football, he played golf, and not only these two things, along with these two things, even he swims and also surfs, isn't it? So here there was a small foot on his left hip. Nick is having one small advantage. Of course, being a torso, God has given him a small gift, that is a small foot on his left side is given for him. With that small foot, he just uses it and just makes all these activities. Okay, so along with it, he enables to kick and even he also plays football, golf, and also even with that small foot, he just types over the keyboard, and whatever he needed he used to type in the system. And even that small foot on his left hip, it just made him to hold a pen and a pencil, and just with the help of that support of that small foot, he used to perform all the things in his life. And now I call it my chicken drumstick. And here Nick speaks. It is a direct speech from Nick children. So here Nick speaks. I call it my chicken drumstick, joked Nick. He loved that small foot very much. Okay, so just Nick called it as it is a chicken drumstick. So here in this sentence, I refers to Nick. Okay, and he called it his chicken drumstick. That means that small foot, it just resembled as a chicken drumstick. That means that small foot is very important for him, and at the same time it is just like in the shape of a chicken drumstick. So that's why he just joked it as his chicken drumstick. That means Nick called his small foot on his left hip as the chicken drumstick. Okay, so you may be asked, what is the chicken drumstick according to Nick? Then you can just say that it was his small foot on his left hip. Okay, next, who was born in Melbourne? So Nick was born in Melbourne, Australia, but now lives in Los Angeles. Actually, Nick was born in Australia and he belongs to Melbourne. But latter part of his life, he just toured all over the world, but settled in Los Angeles, which was there now in America. I did be lost without it. So, if you observe this paragraph, the first sentence I call it my chicken drumstick. There it is having a break, and the rest of it was continued here. I did be lost without it. That means without it means it refers to chicken drumstick. I refers to Nick Uzusic, and it refers to chicken drumstick or the small foot on his left hip. If I did not have that small foot, I would have ruined my life. There was no meaning for my life, he says. That means he loved that small foot on his hip so much, and he just called it his chicken drumstick. Now we shall go through the questions and just answer it as per the meaning of this paragraph. So till now you have heard the paragraph, and now here there are 5 question and answers. So section A, 1 to 5 question and answers. 1 to 5 question and answers are given. So 2 out of these 5 question and answers are WH questions. That means with what, which, why the question starts, and each question carries 2 marks. And the next 3, 4, 5 questions are MCQs. Multiple choice questions are given for you. That means 3 options will be given, and just you have to choose one answer and you have to write down. So children, 1 to 5 questions in the first section. A, 1 to 5 questions. Each one carries 2 marks. 5 2s are 10 marks. Okay, and now let us go through these questions. What is the asset of Nick? How does it help him is the first question. Okay, once again I repeat. What is the asset of Nick and how does it help him? So children, I would like to tell you something here is, so when a comprehension is given, please don't hesitate to read it twice if you did not understand. Read each and every part of the paragraph thoroughly till you understand, and come to the questions and then read each question properly, because there is plenty of difference between what and who. If I just ask you who is your father and what is your father, the answer for these 2 questions are entirely different. So there is plenty of difference between who and what. In the same manner, please don't hesitate to read the question thoroughly. Most of the children, they lose the mark as they don't read the questions properly. So here you have to answer what is asked, but not what you know, isn't it? So please read the questions properly before you answer and recheck the answers. So once again I repeat the question. What is the asset of Nick and how does it help him is the first question. So what is the asset? Asset means what? Wealth almost. I mean what is the advantage of Nick here? So as all of you know, as we discussed, what is the answer? A small toe or a small foot on his left hip, left side of his body is the asset of Nick is the answer. And how does it help him? It helped him in many ways. So you needed proper construction of sentences, isn't it? It helped him to balance and kick the things. Just if you had a doubt, once again you go to the paragraph and once again you read and just bring the answers just by framing the sentences. The small foot on his hip helped him to balance and also to kick and also hold different things in his life is the answer. Okay, and even with the help of that he even can play football, golf and also swim and surf. So in this way just you can frame the answer and write down there. Okay, and the next question is, who is mainly a torso? Why does the author use the word torso is the question. So torso means, already just we have discussed, torso means the person who was born without hands and legs. That means by birth itself no arms and legs. That means there shall be no arms and legs. So here torso means not having limbs. Torso means not having limbs by birth itself is the answer. Okay, so here as the question is for 2 marks, you can just construct 2 sentences. Not more than 2 sentences is needed for this kind of 2 marks questions. You can write the answer. Sometimes the answer may be sufficient to write in a phrase or in a line. That's enough if you feel that it is enough. But sometimes you need to construct 2 sentences. So not more than 2 sentences is needed here. Okay, so next, coming to MCQs, multiple choice questions. The third one is, what do you understand by the expression but he doesn't let the details stop him? So already we have discussed about the details. The details are nothing but the obstacles. Of course, being a torso, the different difficulties which he faced in his life did not make him to stop his life at one part, isn't it? So here what are that is asked here indirectly. Of course it is not a direct question, indirectly he has asked you about the details. So read the question and understand it before you answer it. The 3, 4, 5 are MCQs. So third one I have read the question and now the options are given here like this. The first option A, any detail doesn't stop Nick. A is any detail doesn't stop Nick. Okay, so don't write the answer in haste. Read all the 3 choice properly and then check whether what is correct among all the 3 and then go for the answer. So soon after reading A, you may feel sometimes it is correct, but don't write the answers in haste. Okay, just read till all the 3 are read. Don't please write the answers there. Okay, and next second one, B option is, Nick doesn't care for the details of things. So both A and B are not correct, isn't it? So let us go for the third one also. C option, Nick's disability does not come in the way of getting success. Yes, this is ultimately correct answer. This is the correct answer. Why? Because the details or the disability in his life did not make him to stop the success in his life. Okay, so when comparing the rest of the 2 with the third one C is more correct than A and B. So when this kind of MCQs are given, first try to eliminate the wrong answer. Then you will have a choice between 1 and 2. Then you can compare each with the one with the other and then it shall be easy for you if you eliminate the wrong answer out of the 3. And one more thing which I wanted to tell you here is, children, so here there shall be a special place, a bracket or something shall be given for you to write your alphabet there. Of course it may be an alphabet or a numbering. Just if alphabet, when you write there, please write the alphabet legibly. Sometimes you may write wrong. So children, sometimes what shall they do? They rewrite the answer over it. For example, if you feel the answer B is correct and after some time you may realize that it is wrong, then what should you do? You just have to strike that answer completely, a small strike. You should not rewrite over it, but just you have to write it separately aside. Please don't rewrite the answers. Sometimes you will make B as C and C as BA. Please don't do that, children. You will lose marks simply. Your alphabet should be legible. It should be clearly understood. Okay. So errors are general for you. So please take this measure when you write the MCQs, especially children. Okay. So here the answer is C, as I said. And next, coming to fourth one. Okay. Fourth question. This is also MCQ. The expression then imagine both at once suggests. In the paragraph, imagine both at once is given, isn't it? So what should be imagine both at once? Not having both hands and legs, isn't it? So before you see the option, once you recollect the answer which you know, so that you can check whether that option is there or not here. Okay. So here the option A is Nick neither walks nor runs. He neither walks nor runs. Of course, partially it may be. Okay, let us read the other options too. B. Nick neither bicycles nor runs. Yes, it is also partially correct. But let us see the third one also. Nick has neither arms nor legs. This is exactly correct when comparing to the rest of the two. Of course, he may not bicycle, he may not walk, he may not run. But what is the root cause for all these things? He just doesn't have both arms and legs. So that is given in the option C. So that's why I tell you, just by reading A, just you may not think, immediately you don't think that it is the right answer. Till to the last read the options and then finalize by comparing each answer with the other. So here the last C, it is somewhat better, it is better and exactly correct when comparing to the rest of the A and B. Nick has neither arms nor legs. Neither nor indicates a negative. That means he doesn't have both arms and legs is the exact answer. And then you can go for answer C here. Okay. And the last MCQ is, fifth one is, Nick could play, swim and surf despite having limbs. That means even without having limbs, he was able to perform all these tasks successfully. This is possible with the help of dash. This is possible with the help of dash. That means you have to fill that blank. And now let us see the options. The first one is skateboard. Second one is small foot. And the third one is machine. So out of these three, it is very clearly given that he can do all these activities not with machine or with skateboard. Only with skateboard he can skate, that's all. But he can't do all this swimming and surfing and all these activities. So machine is also wrong. So the answer is a small foot is given here. So it is answer is B. Okay. So in this way, okay, 1 to 5 question answers will be given. First 2 are WH question and the next 3, 4, 5 are MCQs. So we have completed our first comprehension and now we are going for the we are going to start the second one. Okay. Now let us go through the second paragraph. I call it my chicken drumstick, joked Nick, who was born in Melbourne, Australia, but now lives in Los Angeles. I did be lost without it. Water sports aren't Nick's only thing. He also plays golf with a club tucked under his chin and is a huge fan of the English Premier League. So here, as in the earlier paragraph we discussed, he just called it as his chicken drumstick. I refers to Nick, isn't it? And next, he was born in Melbourne, Australia, but at present he was living in Los Angeles. You may be asked in this manner also. So where was Nick born if it is asked? Just you can write down that he was born in Melbourne, Australia. And where is Nick present living if it is asked? Where does Nick live at present if it is asked? Then you should not get confused, isn't it? So Melbourne, Australia is the birthplace of Nick, but at present he lives Los Angeles, America is the answer. Please know the difference between the two places. Okay. And the next one is, he was a great fan of English Premier League. Of course, he was a great fan of football. So he loves English Premier League. Please go through the vocabulary also while reading the paragraph. Okay. Next, his parents decided not to send him to a special school. A decision he said was very hard for him, but which may have been the best decision they could have made it for him. Okay, so here Nick's parents, of course, when a torso was born to them, they were highly disappointed, but they did not want him to take it as an advantage and escape. So just they wanted to make him independent. So both the parents, mother and father, they tried their level best to make him or to just go along with the other people as usual. Okay, so both the parents, they decided to send him to they did not want their child to go for a special school. Generally there shall be some special schools for children like Nick, isn't it? But this Nick's parents, they wanted their child to be independent right from the childhood. So that's why they have taken a hard decision for him. Of course the decision was very hard, not only for Nick but also for his parents. So they decided him, they were very particular to join this boy in the mainstream school but not in the special school for such kind of handicapped children. So in the beginning it was very hard for Nick, but later on he tried to adjust with the rest of the children. Okay, so but which may have been the best decision they could have made for him. So in the beginning, as I said, it was very tough not only for Nick but for his parents too. But latter part of the life, Nick just said that the decision which was taken by his parents was one of the best decisions taken for him, that joining him in the mainstream school. You may be asked a question here, what is a mainstream school? The general school for all the children is called mainstream school. They did not join him in a special school. So know the difference between the special school and mainstream school. You may be asked a question here also. Okay, so when Nick was born, his father was so shocked that he left the hospital room to vomit. His distraught mother couldn't bring herself to hold him until he was 4 months old. So this is also very important, children. So coming to both the parents, how did they feel when they see a disabled boy being born to them? So when Nick's father saw the little boy, he was so shocked that immediately just he left the hospital room to vomit. Actually parents, they shall be eagerly waiting or they shall be curiously waiting for the newborn baby to see him, isn't it? So today, but unfortunately a torso was born. So Nick's father, who was eagerly waiting, could not tolerate, he could not control by seeing a disabled boy to them, being born to them. So immediately he was highly disappointed and just left the hospital room to vomit. And next, coming to his mother, his mother also was highly shocked and she was distraught, she was completely helpless and she could not bring herself to hold him until he was 4 months old. Generally when a newborn baby was born, immediately we just take the baby to hands. But it has taken 4 months for Nick's mother to hold him or to take him into arms. So both the parents, they were very shocked. They were so shocked and they were very unhappy to see the torso baby born to them. Okay, so his disability came without any medical explanation. A rare occurrence called phocomelia, and Nick and his parents spent many years asking why this cruel trick would happen to them. My mother was a nurse and she did everything right during pregnancy, but she still blamed herself, he said. So coming to Nick's parents, and they began to ask themselves why this kind of a boy was born to them only. But they also began to explore the reasons why the boy has born like that. This kind of a birth in medical terms is called phocomelia. It is called phocomelia, and it is a rare occurrence. In millions of people, maybe 1 or 2 cases can be seen like that, and that has happened to this Nick's family and particularly to Nick. So they began to ask this question themselves, why this cruel trick God has played over them. Okay, and next, coming to his mother, she began to become very sad, and she also used to say that she was a nurse by profession. she has taken all the precautions. Being a pregnant, she knew what kind of precautions to be taken, and she has taken all the care. But still, a torso was born to them. So she keep on asking herself, and even she blamed herself that she has made some mistake during her pregnancy. So a torso boy was born to them. Okay, so in this way both the parents, they began to feel very bad as a torso boy was born to them. It was so hard for them, but right from the start they did their best to make me independent. Of course, for few months they began to repent, but later on they started thinking how they could make this boy independent. Of course, in their absence, the boy should not stop his life and he should move along with the others, isn't it? So that's why they started how to make this boy independent. They began to plan for him. So my dad put me in the water 18 months and gave the courage to learn how to swim. I also got really into football and skating board. I totally love the English Premier League. So father, he tried his level best to make the boy independent, and right from the childhood, just he put him in the water and made him to learn swimming at a very early age, that is 18 months. And so with the help of his father, Nick, he began to play football and also skating board. And next is he started loving English Premier League as he was a huge fan of football. Okay, and this is the paragraph. And now let us go through the comprehension. I'll read the questions for you and let us answer it now. Now answer the following questions. And as I said, 1 to 5 question answers and 3 are MCQs. Okay. So the first one is, when was Nick's father shocked? Why? When was Nick's father shocked? Why? So if this is the question, the answer is, when Nick was born, Nick's father was highly shocked. Why is the question added last? So why he was shocked? Because a torso boy was born to them, and Nick's father was shocked to see a torso boy being born to them is the answer. Or you can just frame the sentence according to your convenience and just see that the structure of the sentence should be correct. Okay. And the next question is, she still blamed herself. She still blamed herself. What does she refer to here? And why did she blame her is the question. So here she still blamed herself. Who is she here? So she refers to Nick's mother. She blamed herself for that she has taken all the precaution during her pregnancy, but still a torso boy was born to her. So she suspects that she has done something wrong during her pregnancy. So that's why she began to blame herself is the answer. Okay. So next is MCQ's third one. Nick's parents decided not to send him to a special school because, this is very important question. Okay, Nick's parents decided not to send him to a special school because the first option is, they were not interested in the special school. They were not interested in the special school. Sometimes just when you listen this partially, we feel that it is correct. Let us read the next two options also. The next option B is, they wanted to make him independent. Yes, particular term independent is used here. So maybe this is exactly correct, but let us go through the option C also and then finally decide. Okay, see, they thought that there would be risk of bullying. Yes, they thought that there would be a part of risk or bullying. So this may be also partially correct, but out of 3, the second one is exactly correct when comparing to the rest of the 2, isn't it? So they wanted to make him independent particularly. So this is the exact answer, and just we can go for a B. Okay, so answer is B here. Next, fourth question is MCQ. I did be lost without it. I did be lost without it. What does it refer to? Here I refers to Nick was sick, but here it is not given that. So what is it refers to is given. It refers to what? Isn't it? So let us go through the options. So, option A, Nick's chicken. It is not correct. Only chicken is given. Drumstick is not given. So it is not correct. Okay. Next, B, Nick's drumsticks is given. It is also not exactly correct. So next go for C. Next small foot which is on the left hip is given. So this is exactly correct when comparing to the rest of the two. So here the answer is C. So in this way, just go through the three options and then finally decide the answer. So we have completed some comprehension successfully today. So some more comprehensions left and we shall see them in the next class. Thank you for listening.
ఉల్లంపూర్ మాన్సో స్కూల్లో అటు డిజీ క్లాసులు ఇటు ఐఐటి క్లాసులు సమర్థవంతంగా నిర్వహిస్తున్నారు. ఈ స్కూల్ నుండి 10 మంది డాక్టర్లు, 8 మంది చార్టర్డ్ అకౌంట్లు, అనేక మంది ఐఐటి ఎన్ఐటిలో చదివిన ఇంజనీర్లు ఉన్నారు. అంతేకాదు ఈ విద్యా సంస్థల్లో 10 రకాల కాంపిటీషన్ ఎగ్జామ్స్లోని విజయకేతలు ఎగరేశారు. 4 స్టేట్ ఫస్ట్లు, 40 టాప్ 10 ర్యాంకులతో పాటు 13 మంది గోల్డ్ మెడల్ సాధించారు. ఒత్తిడి లేని విద్యను అందిస్తూ అటు జాతీయ స్థాయి స్పోర్ట్స్ ర్యాంకులతో పాటు ఇటు ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ర్యాంకులు సాధిస్తున్న ఏకైక విద్యా సంస్థ ఉల్లంపూర్ మాంటిసోరీ స్కూల్.